Comment where you're watching from. Let's meet you in the comment section. Watch till the end and spot the standalone words with a question mark in the story. Get support from me if I see your comment. Let's go. In a rural village of Gamashina, where sickness was a daily visitor, there lived an old woman named Mama Sophia. She wasn't a herbalist nor a nurse, yet everyone witnessed her cure anything from cough to stroke, cancer, and even swollen legs that looked like yams. Her only tools? A raffia basket, a wooden spoon, and a secret smile that said, "I know something you don't." People came from far and near, carrying their sickness in tears and leaving with dancing feet. Some claimed she used herbs, others swore she whispered to the spirits. But Mama Sophia? She never said a word. She would just smile, dip her spoon into the basket, and suddenly, miracles happened. How she did it remains a mystery, or could it be inherited? Keep watching. Mystery? One hot afternoon, the king's only son, Prince Adeweti, fell flat during a village festival. His body twisted like fried fish, and his eyes rolled like calabash on water. Panic scattered the crowd. Who would save the prince? Priests, herbalists, and even the palace guard who thought chewing pepper would help. None could wake him. Then Mama Sophia, on hearing the news, appeared barefoot, with her basket swinging by her side. She knelt beside the prince, dipped her spoon, and sprinkled something invisible into his ear. Before people could blink, Adeweti sneezed 3 times and sat up, asking for pounded yam. The crowd roared. Her legend grew taller than an iroko tree in the rainforest. Barefoot? From that day, people began to call her Basket Woman. Every sick person, whether they had bellyache or nightmare, found their way to her compound. Yet, nobody ever saw the inside of the basket. They only knew her spoon would dip, stir air, and somehow, healing followed. Villagers started to whisper, was it juju? Was it ancient science? Even the white men who came with their stethoscopes left confused after watching a madman regain sanity because Mama Sophia waved her spoon in his direction. The mystery deepened. Basket woman? But not everyone celebrated Mama Sophia. The village herbalists, who spent years grinding leaves and learning incantations, began to fume with envy. How could this barefoot woman with a basket outperform them without chanting one proverb? One evening, they gathered and challenged her publicly. Heal a dead goat, they demanded, believing this would disgrace her. Mama Sophia smiled, walked to the goat, whispered into its ear, and to everyone's shock, the goat sneezed, stood up, and walked away, insulting the herbalists with its tail wag. The herbalists fled in shame. Proverb? Mama Sophia's fame spread like wildfire, but she never collected a kobo. People brought yams, oil, wrappers, even gold, but she would laugh and say, "Health is not for sale." This generosity baffled rich men and priests alike. What kind of woman is this? They wondered. The villagers, however, adored her more. They built a hut for her by the riverbank and swore that as long as she lived, no sickness would thrive in their land. But as we all know, peace always invites trouble. Trouble? One rainy morning, a stranger in black appeared in the village square. He carried no umbrella, yet not a drop of rain touched him. His eyes were sharp, his smile thin. "Where is the woman who thinks she can cheat death?" he asked. People pointed towards Mama Sophia's hut, but their hearts were heavy. Something about this man didn't sit well. His presence felt like the silence before a thunderstorm. Heavy? The stranger approached Mama Sophia and challenged her. "You have healed many, but can you heal a dying moon?" The villagers gasped. "How does one heal a moon?" Mama Sophia looked at him, her smile calm. "Come back when the moon is ready to listen," she replied. The stranger, now visibly irritated, declared a contest. By the next market day, he would prove her basket was empty, and her cures were nothing but air. The battle line was drawn. Intriguing? Days passed, and then came a young girl, Hadiza, who was born without a shadow. No one could cure her, and legend said such children were marked by the gods for early death. The villagers watched anxiously as Mama Sophia approached her. She dipped her spoon, stirred nothingness, and softly touched Hadiza's forehead. Suddenly, the girl screamed, and her shadow jumped out from under the palm tree, clinging back to her feet. The crowd erupted, but the stranger watched silently, his fists clenched. Wonders? As the tension rose, the inevitable happened. Mama Sophia's basket accidentally tipped over. The villagers rushed forward, curious to see what magical ingredients would fall out, but nothing. The basket was empty, completely. Whispers turned to murmurs. The stranger smiled in victory. "I told you, it's all a lie," he shouted. But Mama Sophia stood firm, her eyes gleaming with wisdom. Shocking? With a calm voice, Mama Neka spoke. "The basket is empty because healing doesn't come from what you hold, it comes from what you give." The villagers, stunned, began to understand. Her cures weren't in herbs or potions, but in her faith, her heart, and her unshakable belief in the power of life. The stranger, realizing his defeat, vanished into thin air. Some say he was death itself, trying to expose her, but failed. Choki? From that day, the village became a haven. Sickness still came, but it never stayed. People learned that kindness, love, and belief could cure even the deepest wounds. Mama Sophia became a living legend, but she never once acted like a queen. Her basket remained by her side, still empty, still powerful. Legend? One fateful day, the village chief fell gravely ill. Everyone panicked. They begged Mama Sophia to heal him. But she said, "He does not need healing. He needs forgiveness." The chief had offended many in his greed. The villagers gathered, forgave him, and as tears of unity touched the chief's feet, he woke up, healthier than a newborn goat. Mama Sophia's spoon never even moved. Forgiveness? Years later, when Mama Sophia's time came, she walked to the riverbank, placed her basket on the water, and whispered, "Go where you are needed." The basket floated against the current, disappearing into the horizon. Villagers say that wherever sickness is stubborn, the basket finds its way there. Epic? Though her hut became empty, people still heard her laughter by the riverside. Some claim that at midnight, if you're very quiet, you'll hear the splash of her spoon stirring the waters. She became a legend that never truly left. Her story passed from lips to drums, from elders to children. Hilarious? Generations later, a young girl, much like Mama Sophia, appeared in another distant village. She carried no basket, only a smile and a wooden spoon. When asked who taught her, she would only say, "An old woman in my dreams showed me how." And so, Mama Sophia's legend lived on, not through herbs, not through potions, but through hearts that believe in healing, beyond what eyes can see. Legacy? The end. Thanks for watching. Please share and subscribe if you enjoyed the story. Stick and stay for more exciting contents. Tutorial is also loading. See you in my next video.